Well, here we go, babe. Another weekend in the country. Little adventure, farm sitting this time around. Our first time doing a proper farm sit. Stick around and see how our weekend goes while we feed the chooks, look after the dogs, check on the cattle. Should be fun. You think it'll be fun? Let's go. Here we are, farm sitting for the weekend. So we're out here doing something totally different, but something that we wouldn't mind doing and helping people out, and helps us out too with free accommodation for a few duties around the properties, or simple things as feeding the dogs and feeding the chooks, which is what we're up to here this weekend. Great little spot here, and looking out over the mountains with a sunset like that. Just magic. So this is us for the weekend. And we'll be out here looking after the property while the owners are away, having a weekend away. So nice little property, 40 or 50 acres out here, out southwest of Ipswich. A couple of our chores include just keeping an eye on the dogs, let them out for a run, working dogs. So we've got to feed them, and then we've got the chooks. I don't know how many chooks are down there. But we've got to feed the chooks and let them out during the day and lock them up overnight so that the foxes don't get them. So that's our chores. And then we will get down into the paddock there tomorrow and just check on the cattle, check the fences. There's a few over next door, but we'll go and find the rest of them, just make sure everything's right while we're here. But it works out great for free accommodation, somewhere to park the van up for the weekend. We're not paying any camping fees in exchange for a couple of small duties, feeding the dogs, feeding the chooks, and just keeping an eye on things. How good is that? And that's something that we want to do in the years to come. Once we start travelling, roughly another 18 months time, we'll be on the road full time. If we can pick up a few farm sitting jobs like this, we're happy to help out the owners, and helps us out big time too. While we're out this way too, I do want to go and check out one of the local dams in the area, Warlong Dam. It's pretty good for fishing down there, so I'm going to go and have a look at that. But for now, we've got to go and do some chores. Feed the dogs, feed the chooks, and then it might be time for a beer. So the instructions from the owner was 3 cups for each dog. Dry food. You hungry, fella? Hey? There he goes, he knows, ain't ya? He's had a bit of a run around for 5 minutes, stretched his legs and done his business. Now it's tucker time. Here we go, dinner's ready.
Sit.
Hey,
Sit.
it's not every day you get your dinner prepared by a professional chef. Hey, he's thirsty after that. Oh, where the other dog is, Chico! I think we better go and find the other dog. There he is. Chico! Chico! Come on! Come on! Come on! Here he comes, here he comes! He'll be hungry for sure. Hey? Hungry? Yeah. You hungry? Gonna eat your dinner? Come on, eat your dinner. Good dogs. Hey, had you run around? Very good.
Yeah.
We'll see you in the morning. Owner's instructions were not to leave them out for too long, because Jet, the one on the right there, is a working dog for his cattle, so he's purely to be working the cattle. And Chico's just Chico. Not much more we can say on that. All right, tomorrow we might get Mandy on the old international. What do you reckon? Eh?
Yeah, sure to start.
Do a bit of slashing. Can't see any cattle down the back there. There's plenty of grass for them after all the rain this year. It's nice and green out here. It's not normally like this with so much feed around for the cattle. There's the chook pen.
There he goes. Nail. Huh? Everywhere.
Only 1 cup for the chooks.
Oops.
Oh, dinner time. Definitely into that. There's a couple of eggs there too. You might have to collect the eggs.
Is it one cup next to that?
Someone say KFC? Is it a Steggles? Oh, get them eggs.
Oh, you girls have been busy.
There's a few eggs in there.
It's warm.
How many did you get? Oh, 10.
And
Wow, that's pretty good.
there's
Good work,
still
girls.
fish from the boat.
Oh, I didn't need to bring any eggs. Make sure they don't get out. You don't want the foxes getting them. How good is farm life?
Great.
It's way much better than city life. Can't wait till we're doing this full time. Love it. Farm fresh eggs for brekkie. Eggs and maple bacon and tomato and baked beans. Sounds like a big brekkie to me. Just so good. Takes your breath away. Well, lets you take a breath and get out of that city and just unwind out here. The chores are done for the day. We're gonna sit back, probably have a beer and just watch the sun go down. Maybe even light a little fire. We'll leave it at that for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. There we go.
Here she comes.
Come on. Good work, girls and boy. You didn't go far, you just like picking at a bit of grass. Come on, Mr. Rooster. One clucky chook sitting on the nest.
Come on, babe.
You got to get out, chook. She's sitting on them eggs. Should take that all day. There you go.
Go.
One clucky chook. I see you watching me watching you. Go on. Go and play with the rest of the girls. Go on. Come on, you're not going back in there. No, come on. That's it. Away you go. No.
See what she does.
How'd we go? Couple of fresh eggs for brekkie.
Still warm.
Oh, because Clucky's been sitting on them. That's all right. How good. Oh, better than Woolly's eggs, hey?
I reckon.
How good is farm sitting?
I love it.
We love it. It's definitely something that we'll be looking to do in the future once we travel full time. So can't wait for that day. Bring it on, I say. How good is it waking up in the country? It's so nice and quiet out here. Roosters crowing, the plovers were going off from 4:30 this morning. Hey, that's country life and I love it. Can't get enough of that. It's better than waking up to the alarm clock and having to go to work. We've got a few chores to do and we'll run around and get those done. We'll go and let the dogs out for a run and we'll see what else the day brings. Go and check a few cattle troughs, make sure the fences are right, make sure the cows have got water, and everybody will be happy. G'day, g'day, g'day. Who wants to come out first? Sit, 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 sit. Here you go. There you go. There you go. I could handle this country life permanently. So good. The main aim of farm sitting is just to be here, be on the property while the owners are away and just make sure everything's safe and secure, and if there's animals to look after, make sure they're fed and watered, cattle, that type of thing, or your pets, your chickens, whatever else is on the property, just to make sure that everything's 100% safe, and when the owners come home everything's as it should be. That's the main aim of doing a farm sit. So something that we're going to look at doing in the future once we start travelling full time, and I can't wait for that day just to look after, help other owners out and take care of their property while they're away. Between me and Mandy, I'm sure we can handle that. Being from the country ourselves originally, or me anyway, we sort of know the basics of it all, even though it's been quite a few years, but I'm sure we're up to the task, and it's not much of a challenge. You just got to make sure that it's done right. Don't want to let the owners down. Is all good out there in your paddock? This cattle trough's making a funny noise. I might just get through the fence and see what's going on with the float. It is trickling in, but there's something going on. It shouldn't be making a noise like that. That's all good. Just a bit of a sticky valve. That paddock's right. Cattle have got water.
I know.
What?
I've had a plough out.
Oh no.
And I have no other shoes with me.
Oh,
I don't know how you're going to fix it, Brad.
I'm sure with a zip tie and a bit of bush mechanics we can fix that. When you're on living farm life, you've got to be able to bush mechanic and fix anything to get you out of a spot of bother. We'll get that fixed up for you. Might be temporary. Not the plugger.
Plugger.
The first casualty of the weekend. Alright, we've got the tools required for a bit of bush mechanics on the thong. Let's see how we do.
job.
Here we go. When you're in the bush, you got to improvise. How's that?
Better.
Much better. Now you don't have to wear your slippers out in
No.
public. Happy days. Hope you're enjoying the video, guys. If you are, hit the like button and the subscribe button and hit the notifications, turn them on so it'll ding and you won't miss a thing of any of our future videos. So we've come for a little drive down to Warlong Dam, or Lake Wyaralong. It's down on the Boonah and Beaudesert road. At the very top end of it we're at, and there's a kayak launching point here, so I just wanted to come and check this out for a possible future fishing location where we can possibly get some bass, but more likely the dirty old carp and tilapia. So you can put your kayak in here and get out on the lake there, fishing in around all the timber, which would be ideal, and fishing your snags. But I know there has been reports of people just fishing off the bank here and catching hundreds of carp and tilapia. So once again, we've come away to somewhere and not bought a fishing rod. Not that we have the time to do it this weekend with the farm sitting. Need to get back there and just keep an eye on things shortly. But definitely check this place out for future. And it does look like a nice little fishing spot when you have a look at this. I could see us sitting there for a few hours quite easily. That looks really good. Looks very fishy. There you go. And you'll see in the bit of drone footage there how much standing timber there is. And this is on the Tiviot Brook, Tiviot Creek, so that's all that ever used to run through here until they built the dam wall further downstream. So now it's a great little fishing spot here, and you're only 100 metres from where you can park your car and come down here and throw a line in and hopefully catch a few. So keep your eyes out for that one in a future video where we get down here and hopefully get into a couple. Righto, we'll go and fire up the farm truck, get ready to go and get some firewood and check the troughs down the back of the property a little bit later on. I did notice before we've got a bit of a half flat tyre on the back here, a little Susie, so we'll get that over to the ute, my ute, our ute, and we'll get some air in that tyre. A little bit of choke. Let's see what happens. Whoa, she's away! Woohoo! She's good to go. Here we go.
Ready?
Mandy's on the job. That's it. We'll make a country girl out of her yet. Look at that smile. What's up, cowgirl?
Hey.
G'day. You need a bit of straw hanging out your mouth.
I need a toothpick.
How's things looking on the ranch?
Yeah, a bit busy this morning. Got all the heifers up there and all the bulls in the back, so I've got to ground them out, put them in the other paddock. Catch you later.
Okay. See ya. Well done, Farmer Mandy. Well guys, we found the new tow rig for the Jayco Starcraft. What do you reckon? Is the Susie up to the job? I don't know how we'll go for weights or what the GVM, GCM is, or the Susie. A bit of fun anyway. We'll send a photo of that to the owners just for a laugh. We better head down the back, go and check a couple of fences and just check on these cattle down the back there. possibly an issue with a cattle trough down there that we'll have a look at, and we'll chop a bit of firewood on the way back. So Mandy's driving, if she can get in the door. Take the farm truck for a run. Now, we've also got an extra helper this afternoon. Dad's come down, so Dad's going to come for a spin with us. Give us a hand. G'day, Dad.
Yeah. Let's go and get some wood.
Yeah, let's go and do it. We'll have to tow the caravan with us so that Dad can get in and out the back. You're right up there.
I'm not that old. I'm only 85. So.
Hold on, Wayne.
Looks like I'm the gate opener. Just make sure the brakes work.
Yep, brakes are working.
Do they?
Just.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Are you right, Wayne?
Big thing with going through gates, especially when you're on somebody else's property, is making sure you leave them how you found them. Especially when you're on a cattle property, horses and cattle getting around.
Which way? This way?
Yeah.
Oh, steering's full on.
Yeah, no power steering.
Holy heck!
Okay. Close. a bit of a scrub, and then we'll just check what's going on here with the water. Rub-a-dub-dub. There we go. There we go. Problem solved. Easy fixed. Keep the cows happy. It's all good. Mission accomplished. Okay. So we'll head back up this other fence line and just check this fence on the way back to the house. How you going with all this country life, babe? Living the dream. Hey,
Yoo-hoo!
every farmer needs a wife like this one. Righto. How's these guns going? All that heavy steering.
It's been a long time since I've driven a car with no power steering.
Yeah.
But it makes it fun.
Oh, that's it. Dam's looking nice after all the rain.
Sorry, Wayne.
Makes you appreciate power steering.
Yep. It actually makes you appreciate what the farmers
It's the bumps.
really have to do. Not that this is like a major thing, but
Yeah. He said he's got a heap of cut firewood out the back. But we don't want to use all the owners' firewood and they come home to a big hole in their firewood pile when we can go and cut our own. So there we go. That's the full around the world tour of going and checking the fences, the cattle trough. Cows are all right. They've all got water. And now we're back at camp. Go and give your arms a rest, eh? Brakes? What brakes? Righto, it's time for bush cooking with Brad. Got the camp oven on over here, but I've been a little bit distracted. A couple of special guests this afternoon. Andrew, Catherine, and we know Dad's here, Andy's here. Anyway, got the camp oven on over here. Got some red hot iron bark coals this time. So, plenty of heat, not like the last one. That's probably way too hot with very limited coals on there at the moment. So, that's what you need if you're cooking a roast pork, but not if you're cooking. What's on the menu tonight is rump cap, potatoes and broccolini. So we'll go and prepare that, get a bit of rub on it, and we'll be back once we drop her in. Righto, get this out of the packet. I've never cooked this before, but have seen it on other videos and it does look very nice. So we'll try and do this the best we can without making a mess. The rump cap is the cut of meat off the top of your rump, I would assume, with all the fat on the end, which, looking at that, is what it is. And once it cooks, it's like one big rump steak, but with that big layer of fat on the top. So that all tenderises and melts into the meat and gives you a beautiful flavour. And we've got a bit of this recommended by the butcher, magic dust. We'll see how that goes. We'll get that on there. Haven't really done that much with rubs and that type of thing. So this is a bit of a first for me. Let us know if I'm doing it right or doing it wrong in the comments so that I can improve for next time. I think that's ready to go in the oven. Righto, now the oven was red hot on those coals. And we just want to slow cook this, I would imagine. You don't want to fast cook it like a roast pork or anything. We want it to be nice and tender. So that's in there, ready to go, up to temperature, preheated. Righto, here we go. The meat's going in. I don't know if you can see that from behind there. That is red hot. So that's in there. I'm just going to cook that slow. I don't want too much temperature in there. So we're just going to leave that for probably a couple of hours, but I'll check it in about an hour's time without it overcooking and being dry. Get some in. Righto, it's time for some taters to go in the camp oven. Just going to do Idaho's in alfoil. Give them a bit of a stab. Then a little dollop of butter. Just a little dollop. Plaster it on. The more butter the better, I reckon. Then a bit of salt and pepper. Pepper. And wrap her up. By the time that goes in there and all melts together, should be happy days. Righto, so it's been on for about an hour. We're just going to do a quick check and drop in the couple of Idaho's. It's looking pretty good, I reckon. So we'll stick those on the hot side of the camp oven. Put the lid back on so we don't let too much heat out. I'll just give that a little turn. And we'll leave that sit there for an hour as it is without touching it. No more heat, no more coals, no more taking the lid off. And then just a little bit of broccolini on top of the rump cap for the last half an hour, and that's done. It'll be dinner time. Okay, the last piece of this little bit of MasterChef activity in the camp oven this afternoon is just a bit of broccolini. Being bush cooking, we can do this. I'm just going to place them straight on there like that. And that's it. The rump cap is done to perfection, I think anyway. Taters are done. Give them 10 minutes and we'll dish it up. One great thing that I absolutely love about camp oven cooking, bush cooking, on the fire and around the fire, is just sitting here and enjoying the afternoons. Even though we don't have a sunset this afternoon, it's so peaceful and quiet. When you're in the country, just kicking back and enjoying life. And the best telly that you'll ever see. Well, the rump cap is done. Have a go at that for a meal of bush cooking. Yeah, it's a little bit black on top, but it's moist. How moist is it?
Moister than an oyster.
I'll just cut this and we'll serve it up and we'll see how we go. It's either going to be really good or it's going to be really good. That's so tender to cut through. Would you like it sliced or like steak size?
Maybe sliced, please.
Sliced. But that, 2 hours, it's a little bit dry because it's sat there while we watch the sunset, sitting around the fire for a little bit, but it's so tender and I reckon it's going to be so tasty with all that. I'm not even pushing on that. Oh, it's been sitting there resting for about an hour.
Yeah, it's been
but that's
busy enjoying the fire.
You got to enjoy the serenity while you're away from it, enjoying life. But that looks really good to me. We'll crack open the taters, bit of sour cream, and dinner's on. Let's just see how a professional chef does this. I still can't do it myself. You squeeze there and it just pops up like that, and then you fill that with sour cream,
salt
and pepper, sour cream, bit of cheese, whatever you like, Idaho potato. Who says you have to rough it when you're out in the country, camping off grid, anywhere, anytime? Hey, that is a meal fit for a king and a queen.
Oh, yeah.
Alright guys, that's us for tonight. See you tomorrow. Well, it's been a great weekend out here on the property in the country. Our weekend away farm sitting. A free campsite, somewhere to park up the van for the weekend in exchange for a few little chores on the property, and just a matter of being here and making sure everything's safe, secure. The animals are looked after, fences are right, the cattle's right. How good. I just love this sort of stuff. Last morning chore, letting the puppies out for a run. G'day, g'day, g'day. Hey, don't knock your food over yet. There we go, there's one out. There goes one. G'day, Chico. G'day. There we go. Been around, just made sure the rest of the property's secure, everything's still locked up. Check the water tanks, make sure we've got no burst pipes, that type of thing. And everything's good. But if something did happen to be wrong, well, we're more than capable to get it fixed up and repaired, and before we leave the property later on today, we'll make sure everything's as good as it was or better before the owners went away. So, alrighty, coffee time. Well, that's us for our weekend farm sitting duties. All the chores are done. The owners are on their way home. So we're going to pack up here shortly and get on the road. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. It's been a little bit different, this one, just showing farm sitting and free accommodation for a few chores like that. It just works for everybody, works for the owner, it works for us, and it gets us out in the country. We escape the city for the weekend and get out here and just enjoy all this. And like I've said previously, it's something that we really want to look at in the future. Once we start travelling full time, another 18 months or so, we'll be on the road. But in the meantime, if we can help out anybody, any of our viewers that are looking to get away for a weekend or short term, we can make ourselves available to come and help out and farm sit your property as well. You can attend to any minor chores or little things that need doing around your property, and just keep an eye on the place while you go away and get a weekend away for yourself and enjoy your life. So just let us know in the comments or get in contact with us if we can help you out in any way. So better go and pack up and we'll get on the road here. Thanks again, stay safe, and we'll see you again soon on the next Brandyscape adventure. See more of what's on our channel, be sure to check out these videos on the screen now and see more Brandyscape adventures.